we're discussing, how to do copy, right? If you want to do copy, what we do? Shift and we move it. Okay. If you want to go for option edit, you can do clone. Edit, clone. If you click edit, clone also, copy get, same only. Or shift and move it. Then also you get clone. So here you can see there are three options: copy, instance, reference. So I'm going to tell you what's the difference between copy, instance, and references. Very clear. Only these three options only I'm going to discuss in this video. Okay. Copy, instance, reference. I create an object here, for example, I have a sphere, few divisions are there. Okay. I'm creating, actually I can take a copy, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing separate one here. Of course, different size because not copying that, I'm creating again. Okay. Maybe once. Three different shapes we draw, it's better. One we have cylinder. Cylinder have some shapes. One we have a coin. I want to give some divisions for this also. We have three objects. So this object, I'm doing a copy. For example, this is that object name, right? I'm just changing the name is copy, just to understand, okay? So copy one. I'm doing copy. This is instance. It's not necessary you need to give a name, okay? Just for you to understand, I'm giving, that's all. This is instance. This one is reference. Reference. So this is copy, this is instance, this is reference. What's the difference between these two? For example, this one, if I'm doing some radius segments and all, there is no difference with. Nothing happened to the copy one. This is a clone one. So this is the instance one. Instance, if I do some changes on it, what happens? The same effect is happens. For example, if I do segments and all, the same result is coming over. Yesterday, when I was taking one examples, the last class, when I was taking some example, this one come instance. Okay. So when I do any changes on my original, the same changes happen to the instance also. If I do instance, but copy, if I do any changes, it never affect to copy. Copy is just copy only. Instance means the property is added to this one, it's connected to this one, the properties. Okay, you can see this one, if I selected, you can see this is sphere is written. Okay, but when I select this one, can you see this has become a little bit bold? The font is a little bit bold. That means this is linked. If you can see this font is bold, that means this is linked with something. You can see it is selected, but if I selected that bold is not there. Okay, so if I choose this one, you see it's bold. If I do some changes, the same changes happen to the instance also. If you don't want this one, you want to break the link. If you want to break this link, right click from here, make unique. Make unique. Now you can see it's not bold now. Now if I do changes, it never affected. So if I do an instance, if you want to break that, you can select that, make unique. Make unique. Now I'll delete this one. I'll do it again. This is again instance only. Instance only. So instance, you understand, when I do any changes, it happened to the other one also. Reference also same. Whatever we did in the instance, same result you can see here in what is that? The other copy also. Okay. I do this the objects for this objects. If I do some changes, even it's happened to opposite also. In the reference one, if I'm doing a changes, it happens. I'm selecting here, you can see there is no property comes over here now, right? In the reference one. So instance one, I can do directly changes from both sides. Okay. Reference one, you can see the reference. If I'm selecting, I don't have property. But the major difference is these instance and references. Okay. You understood now what is the difference. Copy, there is no link. Instance, if I do any changes here, it happens to here also. If I do any changes here, it happens to here also. reference, if you do any changes over here, it will happen over here. But here also, if I do changes happen, but there is no property over here now. Okay. But same time, I do some other modifier here. I do bent modifier, bent modifier. If I do a bent modifier, if I do any changes on this, X or Y, whatever, right? It's not affecting to this one. I selected here and doing the bent. But of course, it will affect to the next one also. Here, if I do it, bent. Also affecting to the same thing. But here you can see when I'm selecting this one, you can see one line over here, right? Can you see here it is not that line. Here there is a thick line. That means here on the second one, not for this one, on the second one, which I have taken the reference, on that if I'm doing any other modifier, any modifier, for example, I do taper modifier. Taper just to make it thin and bigger, right? Right? Doing some changes on it again. Is it affecting to the other one? No, because this is on top of this line. If I move this one below this line, it will affect to that also. If I move this one up, it will not affect. Understand? So that's the difference between copy, instance, and references. Hope you understood. If I don't want anything over here, I can delete it. No, nothing. Directly, if I do a bend over here, if I do any changes, it will not happen here. If you want to happen, this one should be inside this line. Okay. But when you do for this, my original one, if I do a bend, it will happen to the reference also. At the same time, for the copy which you have taken, for the reference which you have taken, for here, if you do a bend, it will not affect to the master one. So what you need to take to down. This is the difference between copy, instance, and references.